Hello, this is Clipper editor Justin Graber with your headlines of the week for Friday, January 15th. School committee met this week on Wednesday to get the ball rolling on the search process for replacing Superintendent Susan Skieber, who announced last week that she would be leaving Duxbury at the end of the school year. The board talked about the advantage of having done a search already in 2007, the search that wound up selecting Skieber, and agreed that some of the information collected from that could be updated and used in this search without, as one committee member put it, reinventing the wheel. There's some discussion also of what firm they would choose to run the search. In 2007, the search was run by Jim Hardy of the Mass Association of School Committees. He's a former school committee member himself from East Bridgewater. The school committee is looking at using MASC again, as well as the New England School Development Council. Duxbury pays dues to both of these organizations, so they'd be able to save some on the cost of the search. Some private firms will also be looked at, but board members seem to want to move quickly on this process, as there are a lot of superintendent openings around the state and the region, and they're already a little behind the eight ball. The Zoning Board of Appeals also met on Thursday evening, and they were scheduled to discuss the Island Creek North 40B project. However, an extension was granted until January 28th. The public hearing for that has been closed, and they were supposed to vote on the final comprehensive permit. However, it's been moved up to the 28th. I actually spoke briefly with ZBA Chairman Dennis Murphy today. He said he expects a vote to be taken at that meeting on the 28th. The annual Martin Luther King Breakfast, run by the Interfaith Council, will be held on Monday, January 18th, starting at 8:15 p.m. at the High Street Methodist Church. The service itself will begin at 9, and the speaker will be Duxbury resident and Deval Patrick Chief of Staff Arthur Bernard. I have a couple of Clipper sort of tech housekeeping items. We're not on early deadline for Monday, even though it is a holiday, so the office will be open. People can submit things for the Section A part of the paper, around town items, letters to the editor, etc., up until Monday at 5. For all of our followers on Twitter, I've recently turned back on the auto tweet function on the website. It wasn't working properly. A reader actually pointed out to me that our URL shortening thing wasn't working and the links were going nowhere. So that's been fixed. Now, if you're a follower on Twitter and we update the website, you'll be automatically notified. I've also just changed the photo gallery function on the website. I'd taken it down in an effort to somehow link it with a third-party thing like our Flickr photo stream, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But I have finally fixed it. If you are interested in browsing past photos, you can go to the tab all the way to the right on the website. It says Extras, and pull down until it says Galleries. And we'll hopefully be adding more to that section as the year goes on. So that's the news for this week. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next week.